cost over.
And I imagine that detour be Hershey.
It doesn't really, it'll be Hershey in the middle, and that's probably, yeah, probably Hershey both ways, so we just take them up on, it's Hershey down Hershey.
Supported.
It's good.
All right, at 6 o'clock, we'll start with the pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thanks for coming, everybody. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the May 15th, 2023 meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any questions about the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any agenda amendments?
No.
Correspondence?
No.
A motion for the approval of the May 2023 expenses.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, any questions regarding the expenses? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry, old business, I guess, no old business. New business, the bids all came in for aggregate late last week, I guess, and then we received the bids, so we can go through this real quick. The crushed aggregate number 57 made it 2 bids, Erie aggregates at $15 and Gertz at $13. And Gertz is located in New York State, and it's a 28-mile one-way trip versus 15 miles. So, I think we're gonna make a motion for either one of those, or
I'd make a motion that we get our number 57 stone from Erie Aggregates.
I'll second that.
yeah. Are there any questions about that one? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
AS1 anti-skid, same deal, Erie aggregates $8.25, Gertz $6. Once again, I can't see driving in New York State, fuel prices, etc. Anybody want to make a motion on that one?
I'll make a motion for Erie Aggregate AS1 anti-skid.
I'll second it.
Questions regarding that?
Where's the pits for I guess where's the gravel pits that the stuff is coming from, or where is their terminal?
For Erie aggregate?
Yeah, I guess that's the one you're using right now.
What is
It's
it?
in between Waterford and Union City, Middleton Road up by the Union City Dam.
Okay.
That's where their pit's located. It's the materials we've been using, we've been real happy with it. It's a clean anti-skid. So I'll try to continue using it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright. 2A stone, Erie aggregate $13.75, Gertz $11.25.
Make a motion that we get the 2-way stone from Erie Aggregate.
I'll second.
Questions regarding that one? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And 2RC bank gravel, Erie aggregate at 11.25, Gertz at $9.75, Showman at 10, and then Company Safford came in at Company Safford, but they're $9, but they're not state approved, so we automatically try to steer away from that one. So the lowest responsible bidder there, I guess, would probably be Showman.
Yep, I'd make a motion that we buy our bank gravel, 2RC bank gravel from Ray Showman Jr.
I'll second.
Questions on the bank gravel? Yes, Paul?
Is that screened?
This, the bank?
The bank isn't, they have a regular 2RC gravel that is screened. We use the bank gravel,
The bank with big rocks?
well, it really isn't big rocks. What we use this 2RC bank gravel for is backfilling over our storm sewers.
So it doesn't matter.
And then we put that down in, 2-foot layer or so, plus or minus. And then when we come through to do the berming, we use the millings, which are the screen milling, and we use that, for like a 3-inch asphalt type berm. Works out really nice.
Good.
Thank you, Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, that takes care of the aggregate. B, motion to approve or deny the repository sale of property index number 40-012-027.0-014.
So,
Go ahead.
the offer is made by Daniel Newell. He's willing to purchase the property for $250. It is a 65 by 70 by 70 triangle. Just this tiny little thing.
Yeah, I saw the map. It's located up near I-90.
Correct.
Is it landlocked too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it is. At any rate, we got a thing from the Erie County Bureau of Revenue and Tax Claim that they are willing to go ahead with that sale, and if we were to put it on our agenda and approve it, they'd be okay with it, so, we don't get a lot of these. What do you?
Those are properties that have been removed from the tax rolls and are being held by the county repository. It's standard practice for the county repository to sell properties for $250. I have clients that approve them at every month's meeting in the city. And people pick these up out of the repository. The hopes is to get them back on the tax rolls.
Okay.
That's about
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Questions regarding that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to approve or deny resolution 2023-09, supporting the America 250 PA.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Are there any questions I can touch on this if anyone's curious?
Yeah, just what is it, Tony?
Yeah, well, I didn't know either, Jim, so I.
That's okay.
Real quick, the PA General Assembly and Governor Wolf created this Pennsylvania Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial America 250 PA in 2018 to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration. Sorry.
If I can help you out, I'm actually an appointed statewide commissioner on America 250
Oh, help.
PA. So I'm on the executive committee for this group. This is, if 1976 was the bicentennial, 2026 is the semi-quincentennial. And the America 250 PA is the Pennsylvania Commission on the American Semi-Quincentennial. So we are the officially designated government entity which is celebrating the 250th anniversary of the founding of our nation, which will occur in 2026. The resolution is doing nothing more than acknowledging it and bringing awareness to the fact that this is coming up in 2026. It doesn't obligate us to do anything other than participate in the party.
Thanks. Yeah, and that's what I gathered from this. It was an acknowledgement, basically, so.
These are being adopted by municipalities all throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I believe you have every county thus far that is designated, that is recognized this. The counties have appointed county representatives in order to help direct
the celebrations and the like. Erie County has a special place, a couple of great events coming up. August 9th, we have what I refer to as the Legacy Committee. It's a committee of elected House and Senate members, Republican and Democrat, coming to Erie to hold legislative hearings on tourism-related infrastructure projects that can be funded by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So that'll be going on in Erie County on August 9th. And then on September 14th, we will be having our semi-annual commission meeting in in Erie. That commission meeting will be held at the Hagen History Center, and that'll be followed by a fundraiser at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center, September 14th from 5:30 to 7:30. We hope to have a significant amount of statewide elected officials there, and it should be a great event. We're putting that together as we speak. The party in 2026, we've got a lot of things that are leading up to that. There's a lot of different commemorative events that are occurring. We have Liberty trees that are being planted in each of the 67 counties. We have Keystone Classroom initiatives which are being produced, and 50,000 school students are getting goodie bags commemorating this and getting them up to speed. Curriculums are going out to schools. There's opportunities for commemorative bells to be placed in every county and every community in Pennsylvania, like Liberty Bells. And so there's a lot of different things going on, and I appreciate Summit Township considering the resolution.
That's what that's all about. Sounds good. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, very good. Okay, motion to approve or deny expenses for attendance at the second quarter KEMA meeting. I believe it's Lisa and Michelle Wolf. Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Second it?
All right, questions about that one? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, good. Okay, thank you. Land development.
I have nothing.
Really? Okay, thank you. Solicitor.
If anybody is interested in learning more about that America 250, the website is www.america250pa.org. It's a great website to get more information. On to less exciting information, I wanted to report that on Friday, BIU, which is Building Inspection Underwriters, which is the township's contracted state building code inspector, issued order to show cause and order to vacate to Erie Sports Park for use of the dome and the stage at the sports park due to failure to obtain certificates of occupancy and failure to obtain building permits for those facilities. I'm not sure exactly when those are being served upon them. Those were issued on Friday. In addition, the chief inspector issued a letter to Erie Sports Investment, which is the owner of Erie Sports Park, that he had reason to be in the ice hockey and basketball court areas and had identified that the exit doors from those facilities were in many instances locked and were chained and were locked, and that was a safety violation, and has given them notice of them as well. In addition to that conversation that we had on Friday with the building inspector, we identified that when Summit Township had switched from a state-based building code to a local-based building code, one of the things that Summit Township didn't consider was the adoption of the fire code, uniform fire code, and that maybe that's something that Summit Township should consider in the future, as there would be specific regulations in the fire code preventing the blocking of fire egress doors and the like. Might be something to consider, we could look into. It's also one of those codes that you don't have to adopt everything in mass. You can pick and choose which sections are most applicable to the uses within Summit Township. And I encourage you to have further conversation with Ed Carty and BIU as to which sections might be best in order to increase the safety of these facilities for the public.
Very good. Good, thank you. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on that situation.
Summit Township's been working with this group, I believe in excess of a year to ensure that they have the proper permits and certificates of occupancy, and they've not yet complied, which is why it got to the point that these notices were issued.
Yeah, Adam, good. Okay, do you have anything else?
I believe that's enough for tonight. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Engineer Jones?
I have nothing to report for tonight.
I see. Mr. Lee?
Thanks for coming, enjoy the nice weather.
Mr. Walker?
PennDOT Bridge Replacement Project on Route 99. This will take place by the Interstate Auto Mitsubishi dealership. They're gonna be shutting down the road. We probably want to put that on the website as well. June 19th to July 2nd. It's just a culvert replacement, but it's a pretty good sized project, but Edinburgh Road's gonna be encumbered a little bit more. As far as road crew goes, we've been out painting all the lines, turn arrows, crosswalks. Guys been working at night trying to get Peach Street 97 done. Worked out really well. A little bit of storm sewer replacement over off of Ponder Road, so we have another driveway pipe we have to replace on Old French Road. And then towards the end of June, we're going to start our paving project up with milling Hammett Road, milling Dundee, Glencoe, and Hawick, and then paving those. So it's our first go with the milling machine. We're looking forward to it. We've kind of teamed up with Harbor Creek where we're splitting the cost of the milling machine and renting it for a month at a reasonable price. So looking forward to getting into paving. Did a little bit on Old French Road with our new paver, and the thing worked really well. So real happy with that paver. That's about it.
No, great, thank you. Just parks update, everything's in full swing, the grass is already turning brown and dying, so it didn't take long for that. Been replacing door locks and handles and upgrades to restrooms and things of the like. The camera system is up and running at Picnic Cannon now, so we see what's going on up there all the time. The pickleball net will be going up tomorrow. A lot of people are curious about the pickleball net. We didn't have any poles, so we couldn't figure out how to do it because of the interference with the volleyball net, so we came up with a really cool plan to share the poles, and it's gonna work pretty good. The pool table was removed from the senior center, thanks to the road guys. The seniors wanted one of the tables gone, and it was donated to a worthy cause, I believe. And that's about it. How about public comment? Who's got something? Anybody?
Got a question in regards to the family first situation there. Are they going to be fined, or do they need to be taken to court? And what happens if they fail? You said they've been working with them for a year, and what happens? Do they get fined? Do they have to take the dome down? Do they have to take the stage down? Does anybody know?
Is that Ed Carty's?
Compliance is ultimately the goal for the township, and make sure that people have the right permits and necessarily, but the fine is up to $1,000 a day should they not comply or should they violate the order. The fine does start at $1,000, it gets to $1,000 a day. This is wrapped up in the state building code, and the letters are issued by BIU, who is the contracted state building code inspector.
Right, when would the fines start from? The day that
They received the
violated,
notice.
or the day that you guys were notified of them being in violation, I
The
guess?
day that they received the notice.
The day they received the letter. So for the last year, that doesn't have any effect on a potential fine?
Correct.
And who's, not, let's say the word blame, why has it taken a year to get to this point? If
It's a good-
they were notified a year ago, why do we have to wait a year before we can send them a letter? Just asking, I know you're not in charge of that stuff.
It's a very good question. I would like to report that supervisors and Mr. Lee was on call on Friday, and the matter's been addressed. As for the why, I can't give you an answer as to the why, what has been going on in the last year. I can just tell you that it's being addressed now, and that it's being addressed appropriately.
And you have withheld any further permitting and whatnot that they requested, back over the last month or two. They wanted this and that for fireworks and special events, and we held off on all that stuff. So I know, you know, they knew it was coming. I think it was tricky with BIU being involved, or trickier in my opinion, but I just didn't really know.
So they received their zoning permit, they just haven't received their building permit. And I think we've kind of, we're proactive in letting them know that summer's right around the corner. We know you hold festivals and concerts, and, you know, you need to get this stuff to BIU because they've been updating me as well, and we need this, that, and everything. And they were dragging their feet, and here summer is, and we heard they had a schedule out, and we had a conference call with them.
Has a stage been built?
Oh, yeah,
So in other words, they built a stage without a building permit.
correct.
What is the regulation on that? Do they have to physically take it apart is my question.
No, you can have it inspected and get into compliance with having inspections and plans submitted and the like. You don't have to take it apart and restart, in most cases.
But they also cannot use it as well as the dome. You know, right now they can't use any of the facilities really. I mean, they're shut down basically until they make a move, so I think that's gonna hurt them.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but, you know, they were told.
Safety is the number one priority.
Pardon me if you can.
Safety is the number one priority.
That's why we have a building code, and I wholeheartedly agree with it. There were a lot of builders that used to build houses that did not build houses.
I don't know, I don't think they've used the stage from what you know, they built the stage, but I don't think they've really used it because they haven't had an event to use it on, have they, as far as I know?
Well, I heard the schedule is out.
Well, I mean, that's right, but so as far as anyone actually using the stage so far, I don't think they ever really did. Now they were going to.
Right, now the summer's here, right.
Luckily, anyway. All right, okay, good. All right, anything else, anybody? Okay. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?